So chapter 260 of JJK has arrived and really gay is playing with our emotions. Have you ever been sad in any chapter? Sometimes he does more in some chapters. Something else like this happened in this chapter. Means, give us Yuji and Sukna's fight. Is shown throughout the chapter but at the and there is the entry of a person whose almost everyone was waiting for except Sukna. Fans still don't understand. Brother, we are talking here Satoru Gojo. But I'm still saying Hoon Gij is having fun with all of us because I don't think this is Gojo in reality because even though I am in many videos, I have come saying that later Gojo there will definitely be an entry. I have written a lot about it, I have also told you the reasons, but still I will still say that here the ghost shown in the shadow, it is shown that he is not Gojo in reality. Now what is the reason behind saying this? This is what you will know today in this video, so if you are keep interested watching. This chapter begins with Todd repaired by hand in which one of the A tool is installed whose name was with the help of vibration slab, and this tool despite not having both hands in fact could have used det technique. You can also say that this tool use your curse technique next has brought it to level because first off all first two use their curse technique. Use both hands to do had to clap, but now this curse technique with just one hand can activate and fight with other hand can do because use your curse technique to do this once your tool vibrating is the reason for vibration. Produce sound from, and as many times as that's the same number of times someone will be able to do it. To the person whether he is himself or someone else swap between guy, and as I said that this tool vibrates in a way if it does, it makes sound because it vibrates. Even after killing once, it is produced many times. And that's why in just 1 second you can use curse technique 50 times. I mean, in one way you can say that defeat your opponent by 50% in just 1 second. Bar can dodge and telling right due to this region. Sukna of both of them one was not able to do anything against is also unable to land the attack, and second these two were going to the other side and Sukna came. Pisces don't understand anything else by entering. Lena, and after this we have to pass through narrate only. It is explained that Toto finding the one who helped you with which he can produce the sound of his tool. One can do swaps only on potions of IE. He swaps as many times as it rings. And that tool can be saved maximum 50 times. Can do in 1 second and that's all. No man, now he accepts multiple people as well. Target can be made for swapping and, along with this, his technique range also increased. And because of all these things, all the rustlers trapped in Sukuna's domain, he has saved all those people who were successfully but again Apna king of curses. Even in such a situation, there is an effect. Serious right now bro, but it wasn't like that. He was not worried, his mind was at peace with this thought. It's like, dude, this guy should just enter. It's true that we have to admit this in this fight. I entered this fight only when I didn't want its entry at all after this. When you come to fight, first of all jumps towards Sukuna, but after swapping through that Sukuna would change his position and to give Sukuna a kick in the air tries, but Sukuna mid-year dodge takes that kick and this thing too much. Yuji surprises Todd after this. Imbued with curse energy, a stone's throw away there is Sukna's side, who can understand by looking at it. It's his plane and Yuji with that stone swaps, and as a result Yuji lands on Sukna like a human missile. It happens, but Sukna is worried more than this attack. No matter what, he would hold Yuji's face, and he is going to drag and throw her. It happens, but again brother, there were two here. He swaps Yuji for something else. From and thus between Yuji and Sukna a fight begins in which Todd can help. Yuji was changing his location, and what technique did you use so many times? After experiencing Sukna, things become clear, like first of all so give no matter how much or how much can swap with the help of that tool, i.e. even if the tool is not working, so if you want, you can swap that Ozen using or not, like Nami when Yuji and Todd fought in against then used to clap twice, but sometimes he used to swap Yuji himself, or sometimes that was just a way to make me crazy, and because of this reason Sukuna feels that adapting this technique is next to it's impossible, but there is one thing that he can read can do, and that is timing and thinking like this. Huey Sukna eats a strong corn from Yuji, but brother, Sukna's focus is on such strong attacks. Despite this, he still doesn't care even a bit. It is in this thought that when Yuji focuses on his when the parrot is at its peak, it mostly using technique so that Yuji's attacks may land on Sukna and not so high. Sukna learned this thing only from this fight when he fought against Nami. I had done this even during the fight in Mahitosh. I did this even when it happened, and that's why thank you for punching with full confidence tries to Yuji, but only at that moment Mimi's crow enters, and only then Sukna realized her mistake. And because both used the same tool when Sukuna was about to turn, he turned and attacked. Is on that crow thinking that Yuji's the position is about to be swapped with him, but surprise surprise Sukuna gets this release. It happens that they have not disappeared at all, and that is why when he laughs he says 3 layers of deception, i.e. there are 3 layers to dodge that he has. An endachi also starts tearing the chest of which dry up and result give blood from your mouth goes and really understands by looking at this panel. I can't figure out who is the victim and who is a demon, but Sukuna is in such a condition. Ready to use domain expansion despite. And this is what the narrator explains to us. That Sukuna is so efficiently attacks those with curse energy. Despite so many fights, his curse the energy is equal to who knows what. Equivalent to Yuta whose curse it is anyway energy is considered high, and because we've already heard through Yuta that Sukuna had almost his, if there was double curse energy then we can assume that Sukuna has lost half its curse energy. But half the curse energy is reserved right now. He also had the reason why only Narut would say this. That way, no matter how many times you want to dry, you can use the domain to burn yourself out. To recover technique, and perhaps Sukuna's plan was also the same, hence she but was going to use domain expansion. Then he sees a shadow which Sukuna was completely shocked because she was a shade of a man whom Supana had. The strongest sorcerer was killed with his hands 7 rows of Gojo's pack high. Now in the last place editor's note is according to his at list Gojo's eyes are real, but she is real. Is this really a questionable thing? Man Gij made me sad in the last chapter. Given but so big in this chapter, surprised whether happy or fond. I can't understand this chapter. The major talking point is this shadow E. Whose shadow is this exactly? Man Gojo is back now all of you guys, so I don't know, but man I like very little. There seems to be a possibility of Gozo's return. I know I'm in a lot of videos I have come saying that Gojo can return, there will be returns like this, but now I don't think Gojo will return. Because man, in some recent chapters you have seen what condition Yuji has left. Sukuna is as strong as Gojo. Now if the guy gets into this fat, then he will be relieved. Everything will start becoming too heavy for more possibility than this Utamaki Kusa. Why are these people who have died now? It has not been confirmed that all of them will return. And the thing about this shadow is that this shadow, whose is it? So I wonder what kind of brain it is. Playing with Sukuna's, because if you look at this panel properly, you will find only peace. He is the one looking at that mirror, not Yuji. Look, he is still busy tearing his chest. Now I can more. I am thinking because friend, if Sukuna again domain using binding voids, if you can use expansion, then Gojo may also come back to life some method in your end movements. He may have taken the binding due to which the time duration of death has increased. And later the show fixed it from the corner. There are high chances of this happening because as we also saw in this chapter that Tojo, he also did his best by using banding vo. How did you revive the technique? Took Gojo to the next level. Yes brother, he can also do something like this, but man, the same thing will happen if Gojo enters the fight. This fight will be too one-sided, and the proof of this is shocking from you Sukuna. You can also see the reaction. Personally, these are my thoughts. What about you? Thoughts? Let me know in comments. Video, if you like it then please like it, subscribe to my channel for videos, definitely do it. See you in the next video and run away.